Hello, everyone, and welcome to this latest edition of the Daily Stand-Up. My name is Lee Henson, president and founder of AgileDad, and without further ado, let's get started. 'Tis the season to celebrate mothers. Whether it's our own mother or our spouse, who's the mother of our children, it's important for us to regain focus, especially as this magical day approaches. I remember when I was first researching, marriage and relationships and getting all excited. One of the things that somebody brought to my attention and I learned about was the concept of a honey-do list. And boy, let me tell you, I got so energized. I said, I can't wait to put together one of these lists so that I can give it to her and I can show her all the things that I want her to do. And then she can in turn give me one and we can trade lists and we can get a lot of things done. But I quickly learned that that's not the way a honey-do list works. It's not intended for the male to give to the female or for one partner to give to the other and with expectations or hopes that everything will be done. But it was simply a precursor for a backlog that was a one-way backlog. Giving your wife or your spouse a honey-do list would be the same as a team giving a product owner a backlog of things that they need to do. Although sometimes that might sound like it's wise, it might sound like something that's much needed to help the product owner grow and become educated, I'd still venture on the side of saying it's a bad idea unless you like sleeping on a sofa in a doghouse. So for me, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to take this podcast and to dedicate it to mothers everywhere and to celebrate who they are, especially in the world of Agile. We have so many wonderful women in Agile and female Agilists that are just such pillars in the community and do such rock star and outstanding things. And I don't want to identify any one individually because, wow, there's just so many and I don't want to single one out. But what I can tell you is some of the greatest lessons and tools that I've ever learned regarding Agile have come from a female influence. In fact, outside of Ken Schwaber, the only other influence I had was one of his proteges in the very early days, and she was the cause of me becoming a certified Scrum trainer, and she was the cause of me pursuing this career path. It's just so interesting and wild to think that without the influence of a strong woman, I would have never been where I am today. And it's not just one strong woman. Whether it's my grandmother, who I lived a large portion of my life with, who raised me right and helped me recognize the things that I need to do in order to be successful in life. Whether it's my own mother, who showed me unconditional love, even though at times she was going through hard trials. Or whether it's my loving wife that I have today, who's the mother of my children, who just really goes out of her way to do everything she can to uplift our family. It's amazing to me that she has so much energy and so much stamina and that she really goes out of her way to just provide in the way that she does for our kids and for me and to uplift me in all the things that I do. I think that I don't ever do enough to show my appreciation or to show my love. And I hope that you'll take these next few minutes to kind of reconsider and do a retrospective, if you will, or an introspect, and see where you are within your relationships, whether it's a relationship with your partner or your spouse or your significant other, whoever that might be, or whether it's a relationship with your own mother, right? You should take the time to kind of lay down an evaluation and create a simple backlog. So my challenge to you in this podcast is going to be a unique one. My challenge is for all of you guys out there, so any guy out there that's listening to this podcast or anyone who has a significant other that is a mother, or anyone who has a mother at all, so that should just about account for every one of you, I want you to create a backlog of gratitude. Now, that might sound kind of crazy, but I want you to start thinking of all the things that you're grateful for so that you'll be prepared for Mother's Day next year. And if you could put together a list each day of something unique that you feel like you're grateful for, whether it's something simple. I'm grateful for the times when she's upset but still takes a minute to smile at me. I'm grateful for the times when she goes out of her way to, no matter how tired she is at night, to make me a lunch to take with me the next day if she knows I'm going to be flying out of town. Or I'm so grateful for, the time that she spends each night just to make sure she doesn't go to bed before me so that she can tell me, I love you one last time each night before I close my eyes. These are just such important milestones, but things that we don't even consider, in our relationships. And I think it's just so critical and so important for us to really dig in and to recognize and to love those people around us who show us love. I often consider what the world would be like without these powerful, amazing women in it. And I dare not even risk, trying to think it all the way through. It's just such a support system for me, and it's a support system for my children, and it's a support system for the world. I think that without the love and nurturing and kindness, and without the attitude of gratitude, and without their heartfelt inspiration and the way that they uplift us, we'd be losing a lot if we didn't have these significant people in our lives. So as we go through and create this journal record, or whether we make it an electronic backlog, I challenge you each day to put down something that you're grateful for. And what's going to be neat is for the first few days, it'll probably be easy. But once you get past 30 to 60 days, it's going to become a little more difficult. And then if you want to couple that with some of your favorite images of times that you were together, or with a few memories of some very special times that you shared, whether it's a special trip or a vacation or a honeymoon memory, or, no matter what it is, that special time that you share with them, put together a list of those, or a collection of those, if you will, and find a way to electronically display them, or to, nerd out and get them put into some type of mural or fathead or whatever you need to do. But what I've discovered is oftentimes we get so wound up and so busy in our own Agile journey that we don't take into consideration the journey of others, and for the dedication that they give, and for all that they do. So I think that for once, if it be only once this weekend, let's put aside all of our work. Let's put aside all of the extra effort things that we need to do, all the extracurricular things, and let's just focus attention and appreciation on all those people who help make our lives better. Let's make sure that we reach out to our own mothers, and make sure that we reach out to our grandmothers and to our great-grandmothers if they're around, and to show them the appreciation and love that they deserve, because if it wasn't for these strong women, we wouldn't be part of the journey where we are today. And, I just want everyone out there to know how much I appreciate, all the women in my life, especially my wife, but, even the women in Agile who go out of their way to make a difference, to provide for their families, to add value to the community, to stand up for things that are going to help other mothers and help other people. Recently in the Florida community, there's been a big push for indicators or alerts on child safety seats to help people recognize when a child's being left behind in a car, an alarm system, if you will, to help prevent infancy deaths in hot vehicles. I mean, those type of things are just so powerful to me when women realize the value of life, and when they, stand up, and when they stand up for a cause, and, even something outside of their normal Agile world. It impresses me so much to see powerful women do beautiful things. So if I can leave you with an inspirational message of the day goes like this. Mother Teresa was told that she was very foolish, that there was no way she'd be able to feed all the women in Calcutta, or all the people in Calcutta, rather. And she would often smile and look back at him and say, I'll feed the ones that I can. And I think that as we go through our journey, especially this week, our focus should be to take a step back and to feed everybody that we can, whether it's Agile knowledge, whether it's just love that they need to be a part of. It's an opportunity for us to try to find ways to explore new creative ways of telling people how much we care. And don't let a moment go by where you don't identify and create your own honey-do list of the things that you need to do to improve the relationship with those that you care the most about. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. It's a non-traditional one, but I wanted you to at least hear how impactful and how appreciative I am of the people who made a difference in my life. So for more information, of course, about AgileDad or about me, not today. I don't even care. I'd rather you take that time instead of visiting my website to spend that time with the person you care about the most. Show them a little love, show them a little appreciation. Until next week, all the best, take care, stay well, and stay agile.